Jett, revive me. Tense your muscles.
Every single muscle in his body is working.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
Today, I have the absolute pleasure, and I mean absolute pleasure, of talking to Karina Altamirano. Is that right? Is that the best way to say it?
Perfect.
So, if you don't know, this is the voice actor for Reyna in Valorant. I know. So the main reason I wanted to talk to you today was because Reyna is the main person I play. Some of the stuff I do, and then you hear these Reyna voice lines, you think, wow, I kind of want to hear it in person. It's like, it's quite exciting. Let's start off by saying you've never played Valorant. No?
No,
You've
never.
never played Valorant. Right. So you know the basics of what she looks like? Like
Yes.
yeah.
I've seen what people uploads to
Yeah.
YouTube, and that's all. Recording a video game, it's interesting because you don't see, most of the times you don't see what your character is doing or the face that the person is doing.
Yeah.
Because I suppose the cinematics are not finished.
They don't really know what the character's doing. They just know what she's gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have the cinematic, but it's really dark and you can see almost anything. So it's difficult because you just hear that somebody is speaking angry and then you have to speak angry, but you don't know what's going on. Or it's happy and you are happy, but you don't know what's happening. And your director tells you, here it's supposed that here they finished the battle and they are in their houses, but they are hurted or whatever. You just have to imagine. For example, that happened to me with The Last of Us, which has a lot of cinematics, but I didn't know anything until I saw it on YouTube. I said, oh my God, this is a really important video game and it's like a movie. And then when I recorded Reyna,
Yeah.
I thought was going to be something similar, but it's different. But I didn't know that because I never saw her. I just saw a picture and that's all. During the casting, the image that they showed me was different. She had blonde hair and short hair, and she looked much younger. And then when I went to record the character, I saw another image. It's interesting because you realize what's going on until you see it in the video game or in YouTube, in my case. I wanted to play it. I am not gamer at all.
No.
I think the last video game I played in my life was Tekken.
Tekken?
Something to fight. Uh-huh.
I've heard
But
of it.
It was so fun because I played it with my brothers, and you as gamer, I have to press up, and down, or left, and you learn what you have to do to do certain movement.
It comes naturally.
But I don't. I was like,
you didn't know what
yes, and I was really good, but it was so good to play with them because I used to win and I didn't know how I did that.
How you did it? Luck.
Yes. So when I was when I knew about Valorant and The Last of Us, I told to a friend of the studio that I wanted to play the games, and he told me, yes, of course we can do that. All the actors can come and play the game, and then pandemic came to Mexico, and I was like, no. So that was so sad. I know Valorant can be played on the computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have a little daughter that is with me the whole day, and it's not a good idea to start doing that kind of things with her. So I have to wait a little, but I want to play really.
In the game, Reyna is a very she comes across as very aggressive. Now I speak to you, it's like you're nothing alike. You know, you're so happy, and like it's crazy how you can just your voice can change a character. You know, like you can such a happy voice you can change into such an aggressive voice and really make a character what it is. I reckon
That's the magic of being an actress, a voice actress.
is that all? So is that all you do? Is it just voice acting?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's a secret.
Go on.
But I used to play on a stage and things like that when I was younger. But then I took a course that it really was too strong. It made me cry and things like that. Strasberg's method. It made me lost my self-confidence on the stage, and I was like, no, maybe this is not for me. And I thought it would be one day that I would say, I'm gonna do that again because I can and I am good at and things like that. But I don't know, maybe it's not in my plans, but maybe if somebody tells me, hey, come and let's do that, maybe I would do that.
On a normal day, I will wake up, you know, I'll eat, I'll shower, I'll do everything, and then I find myself, I sit here playing, talking, streaming, and I look at the time, and I've been here for like 7-8 hours, and you're like, oh my god, what have I done with the whole day? I'm very, very I don't know what the word is, honored, I suppose, to be able to do this as my full-time job. People say that Reyna has the greatest laugh, because all the characters have obviously their own laughs, but people do say Reyna has one of the most scary, if you hear it, you know Reyna's there.
I didn't think exactly, oh, this laugh is gonna be like this and this. Really, I didn't. I think the way you get to that kind of laughs or intentions in every phrase is what you have in your mind.
Yeah.
Because they told me this is the picture of her. She's I remember they told me they were in her 20s or something.
Right.
But they told me she looks a little bit older because of all the sarcasm and the experience and the how brave she is and things like that. And that's why we liked your interpretation, because you could sound sweet, but you can sound evil and stronger, and it's a mixture of something that a young girl couldn't do because of her inexperience.
Yeah, inexperience.
Inexperience.
Yeah.
Thanks. So I was worried. Actually, I was worried because of my accent, because I told them I don't speak English, and they told me, "Oh, don't worry, it's a Mexican character, so the accent is not important." But I was like, no, but I don't speak English. So I went to the casting, and they explained me what they wanted, and I just had to forget about my insecure about the language, and I just thought about the character, which is a little complex because all the things that she can do in one line. She laughs, and then she's like sweet but sarcastic, and all those things in one line. And in my mind, for example, everything was really dark all the time. And when I saw the YouTube scenes with sun and things like that, it was like, it's interesting. It wasn't like that in my mind.
In your mind.
So when I recorded, I had one line. Here she's angry because somebody killed her sister. Actually, I don't remember who did that, and I was okay. I don't know whose sister you are talking to, but I'm gonna do it.
The way they want the character to sound is as if her sister has just been killed and she wants revenge. So,
But well, I was going to say that one line I repeated like 4 times, for example, and they, after my recording session, they decided which one was the perfect for that line. I just recorded, for example, what a pity. Oh, what a pity. What a pity. For example.
yeah.
And they recorded all of them, and then I don't know which one they choose.
So you did different versions, and they choose which one's the best. It's funny because even when you're talking to me, I don't know if this is because I play the game too much, but even when you're talking to me, I can, and not because I know you are the voice behind Reyna, I can hear Reyna's voice every now and then come out. How did it come about you being chosen for it?
They called me, and as I told you, I didn't know, because I didn't know why they called me, because I never say I speak English. Right now, maybe I could say, well, let's try. But before that, I never. They decided, because of the characteristics of the character, that I could do a good job.
Yeah.
And they called me. I think we were 5 actresses,
yeah.
Selected for the casting. I was the one who speak less English. What they liked, it was my accent, first of all, and second, that I could do the changes of nice but sarcastic.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Spanish voice changed because of pandemic. The thing is that they want me to do English and Spanish version.
Okay.
And I did English, and then I don't know why we didn't record immediately in Spanish. And then pandemic started, and I said, I don't want to go out of my house to record this. And they told us, okay, let's see what we can do. And what they did was that my voice in Spanish was changed for another actress.
Right.
And maybe 1 month later, they called me and they asked me if I could record the voice in my house. And I said, yes, let's do that. So they replaced the other voice in Spanish and used mine. This has been a revolution here in Mexico, because they love the other voice.
Yeah.
People get used to the first voice, and it doesn't mean the first or the second is bad or good. It both are good voices. The problem is that people get accustomed to the first one. At change.org, there's a, how do you say, a petition? No.
Well,
that says they want to change the voice of Reyna in Spanish.
No, that is like a petition.
So it was like, I can't believe it, but it's okay. Well, I know it's the passion of the game and things like that, but...
There's one thing I keep on seeing in the chat, and it's the line, "They will cower." Can you say that one? Because I think they're gonna like it.
I suppose it was like, "They will cower," or something like that.
You see, I think the great thing about that is when she does that, it's her best ability. Look at the chat. They love it.
Yes.
So when she says this in the game, it's like when she's about to, I don't know what the best word, like explode, like get really angry.
I was told that she was like a vampire, but
Yeah.
I don't know if she really eats or something.
She I think because vampires they hunt, right? So they go after their prey, and the basic of Reyna is when she kills somebody, she doesn't pounce on them. She doesn't go towards them, but when she kills somebody, there's like a little purple ball, which is their soul, and part of her abilities and what she can do on the game, she can like suck the soul, so like suck the life out of them, which makes her stronger. So it's kind of like when she's playing, the more people you kill in the game, the stronger she gets, which is obviously, I suppose, like a vampire, because vampires get weak if they don't kill people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I think, and there's a few different voice lines that do hint at her being some sort of vampire human type combination.
Because in my mind, yes, I was with blood in my head, in my face, and
Yeah.
but I don't know if that happens. I suppose not.
But the Valorant's not really. There's no blood, and there's no nasty gore, if that, no horror, violent stuff. It is just shooting. Outside of Valorant, is there anything that maybe me and chat would know that you've done?
The Last of Us
Yeah.
2.
Right.
I'm Abbie, the character who appeared in the second part, and everybody hates because he's against the heroes of the video game.
Right.
I think those video games are the most famous that I've done. Actually, when I recorded The Last of Us, I had no idea that it was a really important video game, and they told me after 3 or 4 times that I recorded it, and he told me, "Do you know now you are the antagonist of this video game?" No. Do you know the name of the video game? It's The Last of Us 2.
Do you know how big that is?
I didn't know that, and then when it everybody could play it, and I saw on YouTube, and I said, "Oh, I'm really good." I liked what we did.
I suppose though, do you think it would have made you more nervous knowing how big the game was?
Some people think that when you get when you go to the studio, you know what you are going to record, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And you just get there, and they tell you, your name is, I don't know, Lucy, and you are a secretary, and is sad because blah blah blah, and then you start recording, and that's all. But honestly, when you do this for a living every day, you record maybe 6 characters in one day, you don't realize what you are doing. It happened to me that somebody told me, "I heard you in Pixels," and I said, "No, I didn't work on that movie." But one day my dad was watching TV, and I said, "Oh, that's me. Which movie is it's Pixels?" And I was, I remember somebody told me.
No. You record, so you must record all these voices, and you don't know which, like, where the voice is gonna go. That's crazy, because from an outside point of view, I would think, like, if I was doing a voice, me personally, I would need to know where it's going to get into character. You say 6 voices, 6 different characters in one day.
Yes. And then they tell you, this is about blah, blah, blah. And then you record that, and then you forget about it. And then you go to another room, and then now this is the bad girl. And okay, you do that, and then you forget it. And that's all.
That's a talent. That is a talent. Being able to do 6 different characters in one day. Like, sometimes I can't even talk myself. Like, just me. So I don't know how you do 6 different people that aren't even you.
And it's important to just do that character, and then you have to learn that those feelings are not yours, because you could be crazy if you are crying here, and there you are yelling, and then in another place you are happy, and it's sometimes the characters helps you to feel better. For example, if you are so sad and you don't want to feel like that, and then you record something that is like, whoa, then you feel better.
Yeah, make sure.
But you can learn that some feelings are not yours, and maybe you were crying a lot, and then you go out of the studio, and then this is not me. I am Karina, and I'm happy today, for example.
Yeah.
Because if you get really involved in those feelings, I think it would be really difficult and tired
tiring.
tiring for the actor. So maybe when you fight, for example, you cannot do like you really have to make all the tense your muscles. So, and that's really tiring too. But if you don't know how to relax after that, you can get all those contractions in your neck. And it's not easy to do this. You have to control your body.
I think I saw a video about. Do you know who Hugh Jackman is?
Yes, I've seen it.
You've seen that video when he's recording as he's running, and he's like, his whole body is like every single muscle in his body is working, and he's really putting into it. So I can honestly imagine how difficult sometimes that must be when, if you're doing a fight scene or something, you really have to use everything, not just the voice.
A part of the body, and you have to look for the lip sync.
Yeah.
And remember what you have to say, and it's difficult, but it's a skill.
So when you say, obviously it can get quite tiring, was when you recorded Reyna's voices, how long would you say it took you to do all of it?
The first time it was in 3 days, not completely. One session of maybe 4 hours, and the other one 2, or the other I don't remember if there were 2 or 3 days. The first day it was a lot of talking with the producer and the creative of the character, and I was really scared about the language again, and because they told me nobody of the studio here in Mexico, they wanted me to go to United States, but I have the green card. So they came to record with me. But in the studio, they told me, nobody of us is going to be with you. You are going to be alone with all of them. And I think they don't speak Spanish, so
you need to learn English. Or
good luck.
Talk English.
So I was a little nervous, but then I thought, well, they chose me. They know I don't speak perfectly English. I don't know. What are they gonna do if I don't understand? Let's see what happens. And we did a really good team. And the second day, it was really relaxing, because the first part was knowing the character. That was a little
you know what you're doing. You're used to it already. Yeah.
They were worried when we had to shout a lot and the laugh and things like that, but it wasn't a lot. So I told them, don't worry, I'm okay, because we don't want you to hurt your throat and things like that. And it was, no, I'm okay, don't worry. And the second part, I think we've recorded on November, maybe, second part of Reyna. I suppose you've seen it, but I don't know. That's all.
No, that might be recently, but they might have put that in recently, because I think as of the last maybe 2 weeks, they have added in for everybody more voice lines. Shall we see if chat wants to see if there's, maybe we can do a couple of questions from the chat and see if anybody wants to. So if anybody wants to ask Karina a question. Can you do the Reyna laugh? Can you remember the laugh or not?
Yeah, I suppose so. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Are you ready?
It's crazy how much you sound like. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I think everybody's ready. Everybody's ready.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know, when I do the laugh, the sound is, I don't know, the sound goes, because it's Reyna, obviously. Yeah, but let's see what happens, right?
Go for it.
Okay, go.
This is see, guys, this is the reason we're having this stream today, because do you not know how excellent this is? Look at everybody. They love it. This is it's so good. It's honestly, I appreciate you being here today. It's so good. I think you said you can't really remember many voice lines, but are there any off the top of your head you can remember that were your favorite ones?
I love when she says something like, I'm the last thing you're gonna see before you die.
Yeah.
How lucky you are, or something like that. I love that.
You-
I should be like her. It's really fun.
it's fun, but I definitely wouldn't be like her. And I think she's quite violent. No, see, it's great. That's where those types of things she says, she doesn't have to say them aggressively, but the way you say them makes her sound scary, which is why it's so amazing how you can change your voice to make Reyna sound like how she does without having to shout it or without having it to be aggressive, because it automatically sounds scary. I've never spoken to somebody before who's done voices, and this is honestly, it's incredible. I am the last thing they'll
Thank
see
you.
before they die. Lucky them.
Yeah, I'm the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them.
It's
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Yes.
I could bet money that did you say, Jett, revive me?
Yes.
Can you do that in Reyna's voice? Can you?
It could be like, I will give you 3 takes as if I were recording it.
Go
right?
for it. Yeah, okay.
And then you can choose the one you prefer.
Do it.
It could be like, Jett, revive me. Jett, revive me. Jett, revive me. I like the last one.
They said the last one. Second one.
Uh-huh.
Last one, definitely. The last one was sick. No, I think, yeah, no, that's it. I think that's what makes it. The little chuckle you do. So RAZE says, I wonder if you could do this one. Who says this wouldn't be fun? I'm having a blast.
Who says this wouldn't be fun? I'm having a blast.
Oh my god. See, guys, we've been in this call, okay, nearly an hour, and I can't actually believe I'm here. This is crazy. You do it so well. Honestly. You do it
Thanks.
so well. So, do you know much about Twitch? Do you know much about streaming?
I know Twitch is a streaming platform, and that's all.
Right.
I joined. This is the first time that I see the platform.
I'm here, okay. So people can subscribe. So they pay a little bit of money and they subscribe to your channel. And when somebody subscribes to me, I haven't really got a good. You can do like a sound notification. So when someone subscribes on stream, it would come up as, so it'd say this person has subscribed, but instead of it saying that, it would be someone's voice. I was wondering if you could say something like, thank you for subscribing, you know, in the Reyna voice. I think one of your lines is, for you, hermanita. Is it? For
you, hermanita.
Yeah.
Something like that,
yeah,
right?
So if you could say, for you, SoMarcus. Like what does hermanita mean?
Sister, little sister.
Little sister.
For you, SoMarcus. For you, SoMarcus.
Yeah, no, it's see, people can clip these. People can take little parts of this stream. You, SoMarcus, you are terrifying. I love it. Can you do that one?
You are SoMarcus. You're terrifying. You
I
are
love it.
I love it. SoMarcus, you are terrifying. I like it.
Yes. God, I don't know how many more times I can say I'm excited, but I am excited. I'm just excited to be. I might. Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming as in like forever, and I'm just gonna go around the world and interview different voice actors. I've never been this happy in my life. Thank you for subscribing.
New projects. The thing is that we don't know what we are going to do in the near future, because, for example, with RIOT games, I had no idea, and somebody thought about me and they called me. So projects, we couldn't know exactly what's going on in the future. And with pandemic, it's a little more complicated because we are recording from our houses. Um, and if you go to the studio, nobody is around you, so nobody see us. So
Yeah.
it's a little complicated. So I don't know. My project is that world is gonna be safe soon, please.
I think that's the worst thing. Nobody, even I think in any job, nobody knows what's going to happen, right? Because of this whole virus. I think it's a very sad situation. Like I know we said earlier before I started this stream. I suppose being a voice actor is quite good. Being able to do it from home. Do you have to have like a studio, a booth at home? How do you record at home?
You would laugh if you see my studio. Because I had no one, and then I had to improvise a little. So you have to think which part of your house is quieter, and then put some blankets or whatever you can put to avoid the sound, or the how do you say the sound bounces too.
Yeah. So
yes?
a bouncy echo. It echoes off the yeah. When I first moved into this room, I had nothing up on the walls. I had nothing. So when I was talking into the microphone, it was like it sounded like I was in the bathroom. It was hollow. So yeah, I can definitely understand why probably from home it was difficult. Also, people can also donate little bits of money while I'm streaming. So is it possible if you could say, "You've given me money, now give me your soul"?
But really, give me your soul.
Yeah, something like that.
You've given me money, now give me your soul.
Yeah, this is the best one. This is the best one.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this is the best one. This honestly has been. I appreciate you so much for coming on and taking your time out to talk to me. And I'm sure all of the people watching have enjoyed it thoroughly. Like, honestly, really, really, really thankful that you've come on here and spoken to me, because for someone very new, so like 5 months ago, I was a waiter in a restaurant, and now I can do this. People can watch me, people can enjoy what I do, and having voice actors like you on my stream is so, like, just really, really thankful, because it's an opportunity that I never thought I'd be able to have. So I am very, very grateful for you coming on here today. Look at all the love hearts. This is in the chat.
Thank you. I cannot say a speech as beautiful as you do, because as you did, because my English is not as perfect, and I don't know what to say, but I just want to say thank you. I'm honored that you called me, and that you recognize my job in other countries is wonderful. That's something that I never imagined. And even though people here in Mexico want to change my voice, I don't care, because I'm famous in another continents.
No. I can tell you that your voice on Valorant is one of the most popular voices. So you have done an absolutely smashing job. Smashing. That's very English. That is very English. Smashing job.
There's a YouTube channel, Karina Altamirano Locutor. I think you write it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Our
find it.
Instagram. I follow me on Instagram. Sometimes I use it. I put some photos or videos or something. So one day when I play Valorant, I'm gonna tell you there. And thank you so much. I had a really, really good time with you. And let's continue practicing our English. You can send me some voice messages, and then I'll try to answer in English.
No, I will. Honestly, I will. So I appreciate you all. It's been very fun. Probably one of my most enjoyable streams. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's bye from me, and it's bye from Karina. Thanks,
Bye
guys.
bye.